Welcome to our 5 on 5. We're pleased to be joined by Maestro Peter Bay, conductor of the Britt Classical Festival. Peter, great to meet you.
Nice to be here. Thank you.
So tell us, this is your 20th and final year at Britt. Tell us, are you emotional right now? What's going through your mind?
Well, you know, it hadn't hit me until this week. Because once we get here, the schedule is so packed with rehearsals and concerts that nobody has really time to think about anything except the music itself. But one of our cellists came to me the other night and said that her daughter was going off to college and that she was born 20 years ago.
Wow.
So when she first was out here, she was an infant, and I held this infant.
Oh.
And now that she's going off to college, it's really sunk in.
That'll put it in perspective.
How long I've been here and how much has happened,
Yeah.
you know, in those 20 years.
Wow, so the last concert is coming up this Sunday, correct?
It is Sunday at 8 o'clock.
What do you have planned?
Well, we have a world-renowned cellist named Elisa Weilerstein, and she's playing now with all the major orchestras of the world, the Berlin Philharmonic, Vienna Philharmonic, London Symphony, New York, LA. We're lucky to get her. But what's really meaningful to me is the exact same program I conducted when I auditioned for this job 20 years ago. It's the Dvorak Cello Concerto and this magnificent piece called Symphonic Dances by Rachmaninoff.
Wow.
So it's full circle.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a great way to end your run.
I think so, and it's a real showcase for both the cellist and for the orchestra, too.
Mm-hmm. Now, what are you perhaps most, if you could even choose one thing, what are you perhaps most proud of in your time here at Britt?
I would say that how the orchestra has grown over these 20 years. When I came here, the orchestra was very good, and it was comprised mostly of players from the West Coast, I'd say. But in the course of time, I wanted more players to come from other states as well. And you know, with every player that comes from Minnesota or from Florida or from Washington, D.C., the name of the festival, the reputation of the festival grows with that. And so I think now we have close to 25, if not more, states represented, plus Canada. And at one time we had players from the Canary Islands and Spain in the orchestra. Now
I had no idea. This is amazing.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Wow.
Now, they moved to Toronto.
Sure. Okay.
So now we had to lop off 2 other countries as representative. But it's truly become a national festival, and I'm just proud of the way they have grown as an orchestra and how they've played over these years.
Very impressive. Very nice. All right, we're going to take a quick break.
Great.
Much more with Maestro Peter Bay in just a moment. Stay with us. Welcome back to our 5 on 5. Again, we're here with Maestro Peter Bay, the conductor of the Britt Classical Festival. So, Peter, you have been here 20 years now, but you live in Texas full-time. Did the job bring you to Southern Oregon?
It did indeed. My predecessor was James DePriest, and I've known him since the late 70s. And he and I both conducted at the Aspen Music Festival years ago, and I think it was 1991. He told me that he had been the music director here at Britt, but that he was going to leave, and would I be interested in auditioning for his job? And I immediately said yes, because anything that Jimmy was involved with, I would certainly like to be part of. And up to that point, I had not heard of the festival, and I had not been to Oregon. But I'm telling you, now that I've been here all this time, I can't begin to explain how beautiful a place this is for all of us to work in. How wonderful the community has been to all of the players. I don't know if you're aware that all of us, including myself, we all stay with host families.
No, I did not know
It's
that.
extraordinary.
Wow.
So you can imagine having a house guest for 3 weeks along with a trumpet or a flute or a violin.
Not a little equipment,
Right, practicing, raiding the refrigerator, taking over a guest bedroom for that length of time. That really shows how much commitment the community has to all of us. And so this is a very special place, and it's been a thrill to come back every summer and just to hear the orchestra play so beautifully and to feel the support that the crowd gives us.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so I got to ask you, who is going to take on that difficult task of replacing you?
Well, I'm not sure how difficult it'll be, but at this point, I personally don't know. I understand they'll have 3 candidates come in, each conducting a full week of the festival, because the classical festival is 3 weeks. And then it'll be up to the orchestra and the staff and board to select someone. I don't envy them. It will be a difficult choice, and whoever comes here will inherit a fantastic orchestra. And I think by this time next year I'll be feeling very sad back in Austin, not being out here. But I've made a commitment to come and visit and be out in the audience for a change.
Yeah. Well, I know we're excited. We've got Sunday coming up at 8 p.m. This Sunday is your final concert out there.
That's right.
It's very exciting. And now you're not going away. Are you still going to continue to conduct?
Well, yeah, I'm full-time music director of the Austin Symphony in Texas, so our season starts the first weekend in September, so we go right into it, and I'm there the majority of the year. But as I mentioned, I will definitely come back and visit, and if the festival wants me to guest conduct, I'll be more than happy to do that.
Oh, we'd love to see that. Peter, great to meet you. Thank you so much.
Pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.